morning, guys. I hope you're having a lovely day. It's super early for me. I don't actually like to leave the house this early, but I was told if I didn't get to the doctor's office at 9:30, I was not getting my treatment. So I didn't really have much of a choice. It stinks, but it's just really hard with my POTS to get up this early. I do end up at some point in time getting sick, so I have meds to try to help and help my body through it, but you don't really know what's gonna work when and all that good stuff. So we'll see. So I'm getting Depo today and Xolair. I know I'm crazy, but it's because of the pandemic. If we don't want me to have to leave the house more often, so this is the decision we've all made. Alright, I will catch you guys later and I will update you on how it goes and how I feel. Hey guys, I hope you're having a fabulous day. I figured I'd do some Xolair updates. It was a little bit rough, but like I said, I kind of anticipated it with being late and needing the other injection. So the pain levels were through the roof. I don't recommend, if you don't need to get multiple treatments at once, just say no. That's just my general rule of thumb. But in a pandemic, when there's so much out of your control, you don't always have a choice. It was either that or be like super late on the Depo, because I was already late. And that would have been the one that I would push back. So, because Xolair is something that my body needed a lot sooner, and of course, when you start talking, that's when the dog wants to come in. Right? You come in? You come in? Maybe? Okay. Good. Okay. But I mean, in addition to pain and typical sleep issues, not much really to report. I don't feel any improvement yet. It's been like 2 days. I don't really have an actual timeline of when I feel better after I get Xolair. But I do want to point out, again, I know I've mentioned this before, but I do know that there are people who specifically are looking at my Xolair vlogs to kind of figure out what to expect and whatnot. I always get a lot of weakness. There's a ton of weakness in all my extremities. The legs are really bad, and so are the arms. And my arms now do swell up sometimes, which is just a side effect of it. It goes down the next day, but it comes up, after I'm cleared to, leave the building and all that good stuff. Hours later, that's when I react. And that's why when they're like, well, you have to stay for 30 minutes, this way we see if you react, I'm like, okay, but I know my body's not going to always play nice and just react in the office. I've also had a really bad migraine for the past few days. So I'm not sure. I feel like it's more medication related at this point, but I know that we're expecting snow in April. It's almost May. There was no snow all winter up here. Now it's April and there's always snow in the forecast. And it's not a good amount, it's flurries here and there, so it's nothing to speak of, but at the same time it does disrupt your body. It's going to impact your body if you have chronic illness. So I think though those are the main things with Xolair right now. I actually think the brain fog gets really bad, if you can tell, although that's an issue off and on all of the time. But yeah, I mean, anytime you have to go into a building, that was the other thing. I knew there was something else I was supposed to talk about. When you have to go into a building right now, for anything medical, first of all, if you're allowed in a building, count your blessings, because I'm finding out a lot of people are not allowed in buildings if you don't have COVID-19. I understand that that's very stupid, and it makes you angry. I mean, how else do you put it? But this is reality in some states in America. And it's really sad that people who don't have COVID cannot get treatments. I saw one state, they were asking, I guess maybe it was a hospital. I didn't read who it was from. Important information. But they were asking, can we care for non-COVID patients in our hospital? And they were denied. That's not okay. I don't know why somebody thinks that's okay. I don't know why the governor is doing stuff like that over there. But if you're allowed in a building, count your blessings. And be prepared for stress. Because as much as you want it to remain as stress-free as possible, right now, anytime you're going into a medical facility, they're all so stressed out that it'll stress you out. And if it doesn't, let me know how. Because everybody's getting so frustrated. Like, eventually, towards the end, I'm like, you know what? I'm happy I'm leaving because you're all driving me nuts. Like, they were getting all upset over, like, something so silly that, like, somebody forgot. I had 2 appointments, like I've told you guys, 2 injections, 2 medications, 3 injections, whatever. But I was like, I checked in for both my appointments like I was supposed to. Somebody didn't check me in properly to the second. Everybody's flipping out. I was like, whoa. She's like, how'd you get in the building? You stole the code word. I was like, no, I had another appointment. I checked in. Somebody then did not check me into the system properly. And she was so upset. I was like, whoa. I was like, stuff like this, I understand that everybody's frustrated and upset, but to keep getting upset with patients, it's just a vicious cycle. Honestly. And it wasn't like just that somebody had gotten upset, I went to my appointment, and it was over. No, after I came out of my appointment, they continued these 3 receptionists. Like, I don't know why there are 3. There did not need to be 3. But 3 of them all getting so frustrated that I was not checked in properly. And I was like, I am really, really sorry. I really am. However, there was a glitch then in the system. I don't know who you need to talk to. It's not my job to know. It's your job to know who you need to talk to. And whoever you need to talk to, have that conversation. And I hope it goes well. It's not the patient's responsibility for me to say, oh, well, the other nurse should have let you know A, B, or C. I don't know what you need to know. I'm not sure if you know what you need to know sometimes, right? So anytime you go in, that's my little disclaimer. I feel like you all, if you're chronically ill, you already know that. If you're going into a facility, be careful and expect strange things. Have lots of patience with people and try to laugh, because if you don't, you're going to end up in tears. They've put in a lot of like restrictions in the building of where I'm going to get my injections. Do I feel safer? No. Am I comfortable going into the building to get and receive my injection? No, but I also don't know if I really have a chance of getting it at home. I was told last night for the, thank you, Abby. Yeah. For the at-home injection of Xolair, you need to say that you've never had anaphylactic. And I went, why? All of us have allergy issues. So I feel like if you're getting it, I don't know, like, are we stretching the truth with people on that? Or are there really people with mast cell and severe allergies running around out there who, like, never go anaphylactic? Or don't have that risk, because it's that you don't have the risk. So that's what's confusing. How do you not have the risk for anaphylactic, but need to be on Xolair? There's something not adding up. So I feel like they need to figure out a better way for us to do this at home safely. But right now, that's obviously not happening. All right, so I guess that's it for today, and I might do another like Xolair update. We'll just see how stuff goes and if I'm able to tell what's Xolair and what's not, because that's sometimes why I don't always like title stuff Xolair updates, because I don't know, is this Xolair related or not. It's once you're on, I would say, more than 3 meds, and that I feel like is even pushing it. Once you're on more than 3 meds and you have more than 2 diseases, it's hard to tell what's coming from what. All right. So with that, I guess we're going to say goodbye.